it's Rachel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what we received in the March Sophie and Toffee Elves box, as well as showing you how to make this UV resin dip wire flower, which is inspired by wisteria flowers, I believe you call them. So in the March box we received UV dip resin, 3 coloured UV resins, silver UV gel, UV nail gel for glazing, coloured rhinestones, measurement pipes, copper wire, metal hair accessories, a styrofoam heart, and the premium items are thermal colour changing liquid and also 3 types of pliers. To begin making the dip wire flowers, take the copper wire and the different sizes of measurement pipes that you would like to use. I took the 2 smallest ones for my petals. What you need to do is take the wire and wrap it around one of the pipes and then twist the ends so that it keeps its shape, and you can cut it off using your pliers. Slide it off the pipe and then you should end up with a circle. For my flower design, I then also decided to curve my wire slightly and create a point, and I did this by using the side of the pipe and creating the point using my nail. If you find that the smallest pipe isn't small enough for the petals that you are wanting to use, you can also use a round pen or pencil or something similar. That's what I'm doing here for my small petals of my flower. Again, I just did the same thing of wrapping it around, twisting, and then curving the wire. So you want to go ahead and make and prepare a whole bunch of these depending on what type of flower you would like to make. I ended up making 3 different sizes for mine. Next, I took the UV dip resin, which is resin but it has a very thick consistency, and you just want to dip your wire into the container so that it picks up the resin. You then very quickly need to cure it under a UV light or in the sun so that the resin keeps its shape and it doesn't pull away from the edges of the wire. While you make your other petals, you can then put it aside and stick it in the styrofoam heart that came in the box. I then went ahead and started making my other petals, and I do have to say it took quite a bit of practice to get it right and get my technique right, but once I had practice and come up with a method that I was happy with, it was quite easy to do. I also found that it was much easier to work with gloves on so that the resin didn't get all over me when I stuck my fingers in the container. Your petals should now look a little something like this. So now it's time to add some colour, and to do this I took some regular UV resin that I already had from Sophie and Toffee, as well as a few different pigments. I poured some of the resin onto these little sheets of baking paper, and then I added my pigments and I mixed them in until I got the right colours that I was happy with. The first thing I did to colour my petals was cover them with a layer of this lilac colour and cure that under my light first, and then I went back in and added the yellow in one of the inner corners and the bright purple on the outer corner, and I tried to blend both of them out as best that I could. I then also cured that resin under my UV light, and I continued repeating this process with all of my petals. You can then go ahead and add some glaze if you would like to make them nice and shiny. So I took the UV nail coating and I just brushed them onto each of the pieces and cured them under my light. Finally, I went ahead and took some gold wire chain to attach my petals to make my flower hang. To make it much easier to work with, I ended up sticking down each end of the chain onto some Sophie and Toffee boxes, and then I began attaching each of my petals by placing them in the chain links and then wrapping them around the wire as best I could. Again, I just continued this process with the larger petals at the top, the middle-sized petals in the center, and then the smallest petals down the bottom of my design. And there you have it. This is what my finished UV resin dipwire flower ended up looking like. You can see here that I also ended up adding some little gold flower charms to the bottom of mine, and that was just to help with the weight of the design. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more crafty videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.